So I recently picked up this Beretta 92S. This is one of the Italian police trade-ins. Got it for a great price, but it only came with one magazine. I really wanted some more magazines, so I was looking in the local gun trader site, and I found some Milsurp M9 mags for about $8 a piece. If you go shopping online for magazines for a Beretta 92, it seems like the prices range anywhere between $15 and $40. So $8 seemed like a great deal. The problem is these M9 magazines don't come with the proper cutout for the heel release. Let me show you the difference. There's the markings on one side. There's the markings on the other. On these M9 mags, you can see there's a little cutout here that supports the standard release that we're all used to up here. Where the 92S heel release is this cutout down here in the heel. You'll notice the magazine that came with the 92S doesn't have the cutouts up here. And the M9 doesn't have the cutout down here. Now if you buy a Beretta magazine, comes from the factory right now, it'll have the cutouts for both. But this is the one we need for the 92S. Now I've taken the grip panel off on this side, and you can see when I press the heel release button over here, it moves this piece, and that's what engages right here. And that's hopefully a view from the inside. So for $8, these were a good deal, but they're going to require modification. That's what I'm going to try to do today. Should be a fairly quick and easy process with a drill press and a Dremel tool to add this cutout to each of these magazines. So let's get started. Before we start making holes in these magazines, we're going to take them apart. Now the magazines are composed of 5 basic pieces: a follower, the magazine body, the spring plate, and the floor plate. You can see the bottom of this spring plate has a little protrusion that sticks through the hole in the floor plate. Assembly and disassembly both pretty easy. Take a pointing object, push on that protrusion, almost like a little button. Start to slide the floor plate. Watch, because the spring plate is obviously under spring tension. So put your thumb on there before the floor plate comes completely off. Let it out. The spring plate stays attached to the spring. You can slide it out. The follower will just follow out, and that's it. Here's the magazine that came with the gun. I've taken it apart. I've taken an index card, lined it up with this little lip down here, bent the edges so it fits over the magazine, and then I just pressed down with my thumb, make an indentation of that heel cutout. Don't know how well that'll show up on camera, but it's got a nice sharp line to it, and I'm going to cut that out with a razor blade. And now that I have that template cut out, I'm going to put that on these Milsurp M9 mags. Butt it up against that lip and color that hole in with a Sharpie. Let that dry. And now I see the metal mark that I need to remove. I've got the magazine mounted in a drill press vise, sitting here on my drill press with a 1/8 inch bit that I'm going to use as a pilot, and then I'm going to use a step bit to go up to a 1/4 inch hole. Now that we have the holes drilled, we're going to continue the job with the Dremel tool. Got a little cutoff wheel installed. This is a job where you're going to want your safety squints. Just finished cutting the notch in the last one. I'm going to assemble this and function check, make sure it works. Take the follower, this portion here, make sure it is lining up with this notch. A spring, where the spring plate attaches to the spring is towards the back of the magazine. Press that down in below flush. Slide that on from the front of the magazine. That's it. And then function check. Slides in. Is secure. Ejects just fine. The magazine that came with the gun is on the left, and the M9 magazine I modified is on the right. Pretty easy. Only took a couple minutes. So don't be afraid to get your Milsurp mags for your 92S. Thanks for watching. God bless.